So we will see how to get a VPS on Hetzner and how to prepare it for the work that we will do later. And next week we will work on Bash scripting. We will do a couple of hours on Bash scripting. So first of all, we should go to Hetzner. Hetzner.com, and we can get we should get a register and get an account and then log into the console. Okay, let me try to log in there. I have a Hetzner.
So we do it also ourselves?
Yes, you can do it, but maybe not right now. Maybe you can do it later. So let's do it together now, and then later you can repeat the steps, I think.
Okay.
But if
okay,
you want,
thanks.
you can. If you think you can follow, you can do it. But it may be a little bit difficult, I think.
Okay.
So I have a project here on Hetzner, and here I go to the servers. There is no cloud servers here, so I can click the button Add Server, and let me place this here. And there are several categories of servers. I will choose this cost optimized. You can choose cost optimized for the course, because we don't need a powerful server. We just need the smallest server possible. It is enough for the course. But if you want to host your applications later after the course, maybe you should choose some other type of server. This cost optimized is fine for testing, and the smallest instance or the smallest offer is this one: 4 GB, 4 GB RAM, 40 GB disk. It is 2.99 euros, but we need also one IPv4, and so in total it is about 4 euros. Down here you can choose the location. For example, Nuremberg or Frankenstein. It doesn't make any difference. Helsinki is also okay, because there may be some small differences in latency. For example, Helsinki maybe is a little bit longer, and the latency of network is a little bit higher, but for testing it is okay, it doesn't matter. And here the image that we want to install on the VPS, we will choose Debian 13. We are going to work on Debian in this course. And there are some other options as well down. For example, we don't need IPv6, so we can uncheck IPv6. IPv4 is enough, is okay. And the other options do not matter. For the time being, we don't care about the rest of the options, only the name here. For example, I can give a name right now, server 1, and then here create and buy now. It is going to create the server, and soon it is going to send me an email with the details of how to access this server. It is still working for creating the server. Server created. Let me go to the mail, to my mail account. I have received a message from Hetzner. So this is the IP of the server, and this is the initial password. Initial password because it is going to ask for changing it as soon as we log in with it. So let me copy the IP first. Control C. I go to the terminal. Control Shift V. Control A. I'm making this a comment and enter. Now I can call it with arrows. If I forget it, I can find it here. Now I can log in as user root here with SSH. SSH root at this IP. I have done some tests before, so it is remembering this IP. So let me try it again. Now this is what you are going to see usually. This is the first time that we access this server, so we have to confirm that this is the correct server. Yes. Yes. And now the password is this one here. Copy, Ctrl-Shift-V, paste. New password. I'm going to use a simple one for the time being so that I don't forget it. Password updated successfully. Let me try to log in again, and I'm going to use the new password now. And now I am on the new server here. This is the name of the server that I specified at the time that the server was initialized, was created by Hetzner. Now let me check the parameters of the server. For example, the command 3 shows me how much RAM is available on this server. It says 3.7 gigabytes, and it is almost all of it is almost free. And let me check the size of the disk. df. This -h is human readable, so that it gives the amounts in human readable format. And also this one is human readable. The size of the disk is 38 gigabytes. Now I can try to update the packages of the system. Apt update. And then upgrade. There are 33 packages that can be upgraded. Now the first task after getting access to the server is to secure the server, to make it safe. And we are going to install the package fail2ban. Fail2ban is a tool that is watching the logs of the server, for example the SSH logs. And if it notices, for example, failed attempts, for example from an IP there is a failed attempt, if there are 2 or 3 failed attempts, for example, then it is going to block this IP automatically. For some time, for example for 5 minutes. This is to slow down the attack, so that if somebody is just trying passwords randomly, they don't have enough time to check all the available passwords. So let me install this package fail2ban. Apt install. Now we need to set up some configuration for it is very simple configuration. The configuration of this package is in /etc/fail2ban. And I should create here a file named jail.local. Jail.local. Control A, Control D, Control D, nano. This file does not exist. I am creating this file, so in this list there is no such file. So it is a new file, and here I'm going to write this default, and there is one mistake here. Default backend equal systemd. Control O, save, Control X. And now I restart the fail to ban service. System control, status, fail to ban. It is running. Now I will say restart. Status again. It is still running. Now I can check with fail to ban client. There is a command fail to ban client, and with the command status it shows that there is only one jail for SSHD. So it is fail to ban is watching the logs of SSHD. And fail to ban status SSHD, it shows the actions. For example, if there is an IP that was banned, then this will be 1, for example. But right now no IP is banned, but we can check the status with this command. And the rest of the configuration of fail to ban, the default configuration is fine. So we usually don't need to change anything else right now. And we will also install a firewall, and we will use firewall D. Firewall D. Let me install it. Now, firewall D is a firewall that works with zones. So it has several zones, and these zones are named, for example, public or internal or DMZ, and so on. And in our case, our VPS has one IP which is facing the broad internet. So usually we should manage this IP with the public zone. So it is an IP on the public, a public IP that can be accessed by everybody in the internet. In the internet, and if we tell firewall D that this interface is public, it can be accessed from anywhere in the internet, then it will restrict the access to this interface. If we say, for example, that this other interface is internal or it is a home network, then the restrictions will be less. It is going to have less restrictions. Let us check the status of firewall D. We can use the command firewall cmd and list all. And it is listing the zone public, which is actually the default zone. Now, what does it mean that it is the default zone? It means that if there is one network interface that is not specified in which zone it belongs, then by default it belongs to the zone public. Zone public is the zone with the most restrictions. So it is the most secure zone. So if I check the interfaces, of this VPS. This is the loopback interface, but this one is the only one network interface, IPv4. It has this IP, and we tried to list all the zones, but it listed only this one, public default, and by default this network interface is assigned to the zone public, because it is not assigned to some other zone. Then by default it is managed by the zone public. And we see that the services that are allowed are only the SSH and this one. SSH is the port 22 that we use to access the shell of this VPS. And we can make this zone more restricted. For example, the target here is the default, and the default is usually reject. So if there is no other rule for an incoming connection, then it is rejected. Rejected means that, for example, if I ping, then the sender receives some message that you are not allowed to access this server. But we can make it even more restricted, and we can change the default to drop, the default target to drop. And we can do it like this. Firewall CMD, zone public, set target, set target drop. And actually we need to set this rule on the permanent set of rules. And now we can reload the settings of firewall CMD. Firewall CMD, CMD, firewall CMD, reload. And let me list again all the zones, and now I see that the target is drop. And with this target, the server does not reply at all to an incoming connection if it is forbidden. So it is not even possible to ping this server. For example, if I open a new terminal here, if I open a new tab here, and let me check what is the IP. Again, IP address. It is this one. And if I try to ping, you see it does not get any reply at all. So it is like this IP does not exist, because we get no answer. This is because the target drop here. So this is more restrictive access. And now what about this permanent? Now Firewall D has two sets of rules. One is the active set of rules that are running right now, and there oops, where is my camera here? Okay, let me. Sorry, I don't know how it was stopped, but let me start again. So Firewall D has two different sets of rules. One is the current set of rules that are running right now, currently, and there is a permanent set of rules. So I can modify the current set of rules, but next time that I reboot the server, it is going to read it from the permanent set of rules. So if I want to make some permanent modifications in the rules of the firewall D, I have to make this modification to the permanent set of rules. Also, if I want to test it right now, I make it to the current set of rules. So we made this modification permanent, and next time that we start the server, it is going to be applied, this modification that we did. And after making this change in the permanent set of rules, with this command reload, we reload the permanent set of rules and make them current. So the list of current rules is dropped, and they are loaded from the permanent set of rules. So just to have an idea how Firewall D works. Right now I can access the server with a password, but it is more convenient to access it with a SSH key. We saw it in the previous lessons that it is much more convenient. So I'm going to generate an SSH key for accessing this server. And we generate it with SSH keygen. Keygen. It is present. And now SSH keygen, the name of the file is server1. For example, it can be any name. No password, I press enter. Again, enter. And let me check. Now I have this private key and this public key here. And let me look what is the content of this. Cat server1. This is the private key. OpenSSH private key. And let me look at the content of this one. Now, I have to append this content to the file authorized keys in the directory SSH. So there is this directory SSH .ssh, and there is this file authorized keys, but it is empty right now. I have to append this public key to this file authorized keys. So I can do it like this: cat server1.pub. This is append.ssh authorized keys, and let me check the content of this file. It is appended, and now I have to transfer this private key to my laptop, to my local machine, so that I can use it for accessing the server. And I can do it with the command scp, for example. Let me go to the other tab here. This is the IP. Now I can use the command secure copy root at this IP, semicolon, and then the name of the file that I want to transfer, server1. I will transfer it to the current directory. It is going to ask for the password. And now I'm going to move this file to the directory SSH, to the local directory SSH. Here was the key1 key. Now this is the key for the server, for the VPS. Move server1 SSH. And it is important that the key file, the private key, is accessible only by the owner. And now I'm going to modify this configuration in the local machine so that I can access this server. this IP, the server on this with this IP. I'm copying it, and nano.ssh config. I'm going to append another entry here, host server 1, or okay, server 1 is okay, or VPS 1, VPS 1 for example. Host name, the IP of the VPS, port. Right now the port is 22. We are going to change it later, but right now it is 22. User is root, and identity file is home directory .ssh server 1. Save, exit, and I'm going to try it now. SSH VPS 1, and it worked. So I can log in with private key, private public key, SSH key. Exit. But now I have to disable the login with password, so that the root cannot log in with password, only with an SSH key. And the configuration of SSH is on the directory /etc/SSH. So this is the directory with configuration files for SSH, and for the SSHD, this is the configuration file. So let me edit this one, SSHD config, Control A, nano. What modifications should I do here? Here, permit root login. I am going to replicate this line and comment out the original setting. Control K, Control U, Control U. So Control K is cut, Control U is paste. And let me comment out this one, and I'm going to change the setting from yes to prohibit password. Prohibit password. This means that the user can access the server, can log in, but not with a password. So it is going to access the server only with a private key, with an SSH key. So this is one of the changes. Another change is here, password authentication, yes. The default value of this setting, password authentication, is yes, but we are going to modify it and change it to no. So let me cut, paste, and uncomment this, and I'm going to change it to no. Password authentication, no. Control O, save. And another setting is keyboard interactive authentication, no. This is correct. So this is okay. Keyboard interactive authentication, no. It should be no. So we don't need to change it. So let me save it and exit. And now I have to restart the SSH service so that these modifications are applied. System control, restart, SSHD, status, it is active and running. First I will try the login with the key, SSH VPS 1, it still works. And now I will try login with the password SSH root at this IP. So I'm not using the SSH key this time. Password. It failed. I use the correct password, so it is not that I typed the password wrongly, but it is not allowed. So no matter how what I do, I cannot log in with the password. So this is working. So I can log in with the key, and it is not possible to log in with a password. This is what we wanted to accomplish. This is what we wanted to do. And now another thing that we can do on the server is to change the SSH port. Because the default one, 22, is known by everyone, and if somebody is going to try to access the VPS, they are going to try first the default port, 22. If we change it to some other port, then they also have to guess what is the port. So this is another thing to make the server a little bit more secure. So let us modify the SSH configuration again on the server. SSH dconfig, Ctrl-A, Ctrl-D, Ctrl-D, nano, and here we have the port 22. Let me uncomment this line and let me write some number, for example, with 4 or 5 digits. It doesn't matter, a random number, just not forget it. So I will type it here somewhere so that I don't forget it later. And save, exit. And in order for this modification to be applied, I have to restart the SSH service. But I should also keep in mind that I have a firewall, and the firewall allows only the port 22 right now. So I have to open this port on the firewall to tell the firewall D to allow this port. So firewall, let me modify the settings of firewall D as well. Firewall cmd list all. Now firewall cmd zone public add port. Now the port is this one, 5341 slash TCP. So this is a TCP port, and enter. Now I modified the configuration of firewall CMD, but this is the running configuration. I will test it, and then I will modify the permanent configuration of firewall D as well. So first of all, let me restart the SSH service. System control restart SSHD. And now I will try to log in with this modification. SSH VPS1. It says port 22 connection refused. Yes, because I'm still using the port 22 on the local configuration of SSH client. So I have to modify the port here as well. So the port is this one, copy, and modify it here. Save, exit, try it again, and now it works. I can access the server. Now that I tested it, first of all, I am going to make this modification permanent. So I recall again the previous command and add permanent here. So that when the server is rebooted, then this configuration will be applied to firewall-D. And then I can remove this SSH from services, because this means port 22. So I'm not using port 22 anymore, so I can remove this. So firewall CMD, zone public, remove service. Remove service SSH and permanent. This worked. Let me reload firewall CMD. Reload. Check the list of configurations. List all. Okay, now SSH is not here, and this port is allowed. Let me just test it again. It works. And you'll see that I am testing from another terminal. So I am making some modifications here, and I am testing on another terminal. Because even if I break something here, because I have a running connection, for example, if I make some mistake on the firewall, I can still work, because I've already established a connection with the shell, and even if I make a mistake on the firewall, I can still access the shell. So I test it from another tab or from another terminal. If I notice some mistakes, then I can still correct it here from this one. Okay, and now we can access the server with this configuration, but this is very convenient in our local machine. But if we want to access the server from another machine, for another laptop, for example, we have to move the private key, and we have to add this configuration as well. There is another way which is more portable, that we can access it from anywhere. So let us try this one as well. We can do a small shell script for accessing the server, and let's call it vps1.sh. And I have to get the IP here. Let me check IP address. It is this one. Copy. Port is what is the port? What is the port is this one. Now, so maybe you don't understand some things in this script that I'm writing, because we have not explained bash scripting yet, but I'm going to write it anyway, and you can try to understand. And maybe it is not so difficult because it is just a small script. And here at the end of this script, I'm going to append the private key. And let me save and exit. And then the private key is in the file server1, cut server1, append to vps1.sh. Let me check it again. And here is the private key. Here is the private key. Now, if I try to explain this, this is clear. We have the IP of the server and the port of the server in these variables. And later we call the command SSH with the port and the root at the IP. And also with identity file, key file. And this key file, we created a temporary file name with this command. Make temp creates a temporary file name in the directory /tmp. And this command is extracting this part from this $0. $0 is the name of this file itself. So from this file we are extracting the key from beginning, from the line that says begin up to the line that says -----end. So extract this part and save it to this file. And now we are calling the command SSH with this private key, this port, and this IP. And at the end, after we exit, it is going to remove the private key, and this line stops the script execution. So let's try this command and see if it works. First of all, we have to make it executable with change mode. Change mode +x dot vps1 missing command sed. Let me try to fix it. There is one command here, p. I have missed one p here. Try it again. So I can still log in with this file. and it is easy to copy this file somewhere else, and inside this file there is the private key, there is the IP, and there is the port for accessing the server. So there is everything that is needed for accessing the server, and it is encapsulated into this script. And it is easy to move this script, to copy it to somewhere else. Okay. And now we are going to make some improvements on the server. For example, this prompt is not nice. We can make it look nicer. We saw that this modification should be placed. So if we want to modify the prompt, we should modify the variable ps1, but we should save this modification into the file .bashrc. So let us edit this file, and at the end we can define the prompt ps1. Let me copy it from these docs here. Better prompt. So it should be this one. Control copy. Okay, it should be okay. And at the same time, let me uncomment this for so that ls shows colored output. Save, Control O, exit. And in order to enable the modifications that I made here, I have to reload this, or just log out and log in again. But first, let me check this ls. So we see that the output of the command ls does not have any colors. The colors that we are used to see here, for example, when we list a directory. For example, directories have this blue color, these archive files have this red color, scripts, executable files have this green color, and so on. So that's why we uncommented these lines, so that the output of the ls command is colored. But we have to reload this bashrc with the command source. And now, okay, there is something wrong with the setting. Let me edit again. Okay. Load it again, source. And now the prompt is much nicer. Let us also check the output of the ls color. It is also of the ls command, it is colored. So this makes our work in the VPS more enjoyable or easier. Let us also install some tools that are useful. Apt install psmisc tmax tmate askinema. Now we will see tmax next time, because we have to explain how to use it, and it is a very useful command for working on a server. Let me try to explain tmate. Tmate is a tool that can be used to share to give access to some other person to this shell. For example, let me try it here, but first let me. Okay. So when I run Teammate, it is giving me some links that I can share with a friend. For example, with this link, somebody else can access the same shell as me. So let me copy it, and I'm going to open another terminal here, and I'm going to paste this command, and I still have to press Q here or Control C so that this is activated. So let me press Q, and now I see that in the other terminal I see the same thing. We are accessing the same shell. Let me move this here like this so that they are in parallel. So for example, this is a friend that is accessing my terminal, and this is me. Whatever I type here is visible on the other shell. And also on the other terminal, I can type something, and it is... so there are two people working on the same shell. At the same time, they see each other what they are doing. And this is useful, for example, if you want to get help, for example, on the server. You can use the command teammate and share the link or share the terminal with another person, and meanwhile you can also communicate with Blue Button, for example, or some other tool, or maybe with a phone. That's fine. And this access is temporary. So if I press Control D or type exit, Control D or exit, then teammate is finished, and now this has no access, and the other person does not know the private key, does not know the password, so they cannot access the server. It was just a temporary access that you give to them for a certain time, and so that you can work together on the shell. For example, to solve some problem or to fix some issue. So this is the command teammate. And let's see also the command. Let's see also the command askinema. So if I try askinema help, it has some commands: rec, play, record. So it is recording the terminal session. Play is playing a recorded session. Upload can upload it to askinema.org and some other commands. So here are some examples. For example, askinema rec demo.cast. I can record the screen into this file. Let me try this command. Askinema rec demo.cast, and now it is recording. And now I can press Ctrl D or exit to stop recording. For example, Ctrl D. Askinema recording finished. Askinema cast saved to demo.cast. Here is demo.cast. Now I can play this file with the command askinema play demo.cast. And now it is playing the recorded file. So I am not typing anything. It is just the play of the recorded session. And it is finished. Playing the recorded session is finished. Now what else can I do? I can upload this recorded file to askinema.org, and I can do it with the command upload demo.cast, and it has uploaded it into this link, so it is accessible from this URL. Copy link. For example, I can send this link to somebody else to show them some issue or some problem on the server. Let me open it here. Control V. So here I can start playing it. I can share this link with other people in order to show them either a demonstration or an example, or to show them an issue that is on the server, so that they can try to help somehow. So let me try it again, but this time I will make it full screen. So I think it is a very nice tool. And it will be automatically deleted after 1 week from askinema.org, unless I make an account on this, I register, and then I claim access to this recording and say it is my recording, and I want to keep it, or I can delete it whenever I want. And in order to get access, if you want to preserve all recordings uploaded from this machine, authenticate this CLI with your Askinema account. So I have to create an Askinema account first, and then I can use this link to say that this recording is mine. So I'm going to manage it. Don't delete it. I will delete it myself if I want. Okay, this is for today. Next time we will start with tmux, because it is a very useful command for working on the server, and we will see how to use it.